Hello, Jason here, and I've got asked multiple times, so I did set up my clothing dissolve animations because, as all of us know, toggling is boring and doesn't look good. And I did changed it to use the dissolve function of a poiyomi6 shader to dissolve and reappear. And what I'm going to do now is to do a step-by-step how to set it up. So first things first, we disable my avatar which has it already and take one which doesn't have it. So I am using a material here which doesn't have the dissolve set up. You can see right here, it's not set up, it has the standard values. If you can't see the dissolve, then you are probably in simple mode, and simple mode doesn't show dissolve at all. So change to advanced in your poiyomi. Then we enable dissolve. Set the dissolve type to point. Look a little bit further down and you see point here as well. Open it up. So right here, we are going to set up where the dissolve should start and where it should end. So start point y-2 means basically below the avatar. And endpoint y+1 is above the avatar. Edge length is how big the edge will be between showing the avatar and dissolving. So if we are just going to increase the dissolve alpha, which is the value which tells the dissolve shader to work, we just increase it right now. We see it's a white line and it stays white. So with this, it is basically set up. We just have to mess with a couple of options right here. First thing would be the dissolve color. It is set to white. We don't want that because, because we want to be invisible. So to be invisible, we set the alpha from 255, which is like literally show, to 0, which is invisible. So if we take the alpha and just increase it again, you see the avatar, the clothing disappears. So this is what we want, disappearing clothing. But like this, it looks really bad. So we are adding some noise. The noise is like the sorry. The noise is sort of disturbs this really perfect line and adds some details to it. Normally for dissolve noise, I go with this one, T noise no, and it doesn't really change a thing. And what we want is dissolve detail noise. And detail noise is going to tell the shader how it is supposed to work. So even just clicking through the different noise textures, you see already a difference. So we are just randomly selecting this one. And we are going to increase the dissolve detail strength to 1. So as you can see, with this setting right now, a lot of the clothing has already disappeared. Let me lower the alpha a little bit so that we can actually see a bit better what's happening. Oops. I will be completely honest, I don't really like how this looks like, so I am going to change the noise to something else. Yeah, this looks good in my eyes. So, white, of course, doesn't look good. You can set an edge color. Whatever you want. Or, if you don't want to set a color, you can set edge gradient. It's basically a texture file and it uses some of it. It looks, some look strange, some look really good. Let's just go with this fur because I like purple. And if we play with the alpha value right now, we see how it would disappear, which is kind of nice, I have to say. So with this, the dissolve is set up. One thing you have to know, if you use if you have color set to back, you know that you can see through basically the mesh. It looks really shitty with dissolve because you can see through it and it doesn't make any sense. So make sure to set curl to off. Yeah. In rendering options, curl off. We set the dissolve alpha back to 0. Another thing you have to know. We are using poiyomi6 cutout right now. This dissolve only works with transparent and cutout. It doesn't work with opaque. Anyway, we are going to set up the animation now. Since this is a complete new avatar, I don't have anything set. Meaning I have to build the expression menu and I have to build the animator. So this is what we are going to do first. Create VRChat avatars expression menu underscore expression menu and create VRChat avatars expression parameters underscore parameter. And we call this parameter shirt off. Just completely simple, shirt off. It is an integer value because we don't need float. Float would be if you want specific values like 0.34 or whatever. Integer is for everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 0. It goes up to 255. And we are going to insert both of them in the expressions. So this goes to here, our menu, and our parameters go to parameters. So when we click on expression menu now, we can add a control, name it shirt off. Its type is toggle because we are toggling and the button would reset itself after a couple of seconds. And the parameter is going to be shirt off. And it automatically adds the value 1. Like if we toggle it, it sets the value shirt off to 1. And if we toggle it off, it sets the value back to 0, like described in here. So what we need now as well is an animator. Create animator controller. And we call it underscore fx controller. Why underscore fx controller? Because we are going to add this one and the playable layers base into fx. So with this, our basic animation controller is done. And now we have to set up the animations themselves. For this, we are going to duplicate Control D for avatar. hide the old one, and we move our underscore fx controller into the animator. It's just easier to work with it this way. And since I am trying to tidy up everything, we are going to create a folder and call it shirt animations in this case. And now we are going to animate. So we need in total 4 animations. We are going to create one, and it is called shirt off. We add the property right here. And this tool is shitty. I will look for another one later. Anyway, so we are going to click on shirt. As we see shirt is active, click on plus to edit. Shirt is active, it's fine. We are only doing 1 frame. And what I did here was I clicked on the top of these rectangles, whatever. I clicked on the top one, pressed Ctrl C, clicked on the first, second to move the white line, and just press Ctrl V to paste it. With this, our shirt off animation is still shirt on, so we change it. Shirt off. And this one is shirt off as well. Now we are going to create a new clip, shirt on. We are doing the same here. Shirt is active. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, delete that one, and done. Now come the dissolve animation. So for the dissolve animation, dissolve shirt, we need to add 2 things. First is the shirt itself. Again, and if I would click properly, it would work. Shirt is active. And the second one, it is shirt skin mesh renderer. When we have to scroll down a lot, it's called material._dissolve alpha. And we add this. So we are going to delete. Whoops. We are going to delete everything at the 1 minute mark. So click the upper one, delete. And what we are going to do now, oh, that's a bit shitty, but never mind. We are going to copy these values, paste them at 10 seconds. And what we tell him here is the dissolve alpha is 1. And the shirt is off at this point. So when we are dragging the white line now, you will see all of the animation steps. And this is what we are going to use later. Oh, we do the last animation. And that is appear shirt. Again, we are going to add shirt is active. And the material._dissolve alpha. And delete the 1 minute mark. Copy and paste everything at the 10-second mark. And what we are going to do now is, and this is strange, but trust me, it works this way. On the 0-second mark, we are going to set the dissolve alpha to 1 because we want the shirt to appear. And what we are going to do is we deactivate the shirt or whatever you are going to use. And on the first frame, we are going to enable it. The reason behind that is if you are using another sets of animation which are working with the dissolve alpha, you're going to get a flickering for that single frame. And if you're going to set it to deactivate, have this animation work with the alpha, and then to activate, you don't have that. Anyway, if we are done with this now, we are going back to the project. And what we are going to do with these 4 animations, we disable the loop time because we don't need it looping. And now we almost done. So we need the animator now. The animator right now has all of these 4 animations we just created in it. And it's not the correct controller, but it doesn't matter. I forgot to put the FX controller in here. I'm very sorry about that. So, what we need to set up now is, you remember the parameter we set in the parameters, the shirt off? We are going to copy and paste that and put it in here as a new parameter, an integer, shirt off. And we are going to add a new layer, shirt off. We set its weight to 1. And we need to add something specific. And that is create avatar mask. We call it _fx. And we set it, so avatar masking, what is this? We are going to tell our animation controller that it is not supposed to work with any bones. If you don't do that, it might mess with other sorts of animations in another layer, a part of this tutorial. So just trust me, create an avatar mask and disable everything. Like, we don't want anything. You're not supposed to do something with the bones. So we're going to set our FX mask. And now we are going to insert all of our shirt animations. Shirt on, shirt off, dissolve shirt, and appear shirt. And we are almost done, my friends. So, logic-wise, whenever we use our avatar, it goes into the entry and goes from entry to shirt on because this is our default state. Shirt on goes to dissolve shirt because we want the shirt to be dissolved and then completely off. And vice versa, we want it to first appear and then be on. So it's a nice circle now, it never ends, and this is what we want. We click now from shirt on this white arrow, our little transition into a dissolve shirt. We set the exit time to has exit time right here. We don't want that. And on conditions, they are empty right now. We are going to set shirt off equals 1. And on dissolve shirt, because the animation is very, very fast, we set the speed to 0.05. Speed 0.05. So, and on shirt off, we see it goes to appear shirt, but we want to wait it here. So we are clicking on the transition towards the pair shirt. Exit time, nope. And the condition is shirt off equals 0. And with this, it should be set up. I am going to get the animator out of here. And we are going to take a look. Parameters, shirt off, we set it to 1. And now we set it to 0 again. I think I forgot to set the speed. Yeah, 0.05. Again, shut off. Nice clean dissolve. And shut on. Nice clean appear. So, if we upload our avatar, now we are almost done. So I have to talk about one thing real quick. I have white defaults enabled everywhere here. Yes, it works, but for new avatars, you want white defaults to be off. Or if you are using the avatar of someone else, like you bought an avatar and you see in the other layers it has here white defaults are off everywhere, turn them off as well. This animation logic is built so it works with white defaults off and on. Okay, so our animation is done. It is set up correctly. Now we can go ahead, look into my tutorial avatar. If a FX controller is where it's supposed to be, it is. We look into the animator, the controller is not supposed to be in here. So we just remove it. With this, we can upload once I'm logged in. And we will see each other in game. So here we are again. I have loaded the VRChat and now we take a quick look if everything we set up works as intended. So we are going to open the R menu. We have our shadow field like we set up in the expression menu. And if we click it, disappears. It stays disappeared, and if we toggle it again, it reappears. I hope I could help any of you who are watching. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. I hope I can help you. And I hope that I can find the time. And maybe I will do more in the future, like material changes or hue shifting, or something like how you can mess with the hair to extend it or shorten it. Maybe ear controller. We will see. Bye!